I kind of gave the framework for what I'm told on Deshaun Watson, that we knew that they could come up with the framework for the trade itself. It's the legal framework. What do you think the chances are that Watson is traded by next Tuesday?
Well, so Miami's been in contact with him. Carolina actually talked to him this week for the first time in a couple months. And I think Carolina is sort of still monitoring it. Denver and Philly have been monitoring it. They're less involved right now. So, I think for everybody it's the same thing. It's like, what's going to happen with this league situation? And, it's interesting because, like, the way you laid it out, right? Like, and it's true. If, like, and I no reason to doubt John McClain, but if, the owner in Miami, who I've been told has some trepidation over the idea of this, if the owner in Miami is saying we need this thing settled and we need clarity on what's going to happen legally and with the league over the next 6 days, I mean, Dan, how much leverage would that give? I mean, like Watson would not be able to do and I don't want to diminish the accusations or anything. Like, how much leverage would that give the accusers? You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I mean, like, I don't see a scenario where everything gets settled in the next 6 days. You know what I mean? Like, it just seems unrealistic to me. And Watson's come this far and not wanted to settle those cases. Like, would being on the precipice of a trade push him to do a deal that he's, basically refused to do over the course of the last 6 months? It seems unrealistic.
Yeah, you bring up a great point. I didn't think of that. If I'm one of the accusers and then he's traded, are you going to? Now it feels like we have more leverage on you for you to settle and on our terms as opposed to yours. But if I'm Stephen Ross, will the commissioner tell him what the punishment's going to be? And if I'm Stephen Ross, can I ask Deshaun Watson to settle these cases, and then I'll make the trade for you?
And I mean, yeah, you can. I think the hard thing again is, like, the league has been, despite what Roger said yesterday, the league has been very vague with the teams about what would happen if he was traded, and what would happen if they put him back in the field and how a suspension would work. And I think the league's been intentionally vague on that, Dan. I think the reason why they've been intentionally is because I think they've got the situation right now where they want it, where they don't have to act because he's not on the field. And the Texans are essentially doing the league a solid because, again, the league doesn't have to act, but he's not in the public eye. And so this doesn't get discussed on the Sunday morning shows. This isn't a weekly topic. There are protesters outside of a stadium. If he gets traded and goes back on the field, the dynamic changes altogether. And so, I think that piece of it, I know, and for some teams that were involved, has, like, cooled some interest there. And yeah, I mean, like, it's just really, really hard for me to see where there's going to be a whole lot more clarity legally or from the league in the next 6 days.